यो पढ्दै यो किताब राख्छु त्यो गर्छ
देखाइ छोडी
म्याथ खिच
दैन टिएम सेट देन टिएम सेट
बनाऊ पर्छ बनाऊ
छक्का कमन छक्का
high to his left. I think that's gone straight into the rope. Could be given as a maximum. He got a good piece of it. Given as a four. Very close to the rope and right in front of the penalty. An argument. The owner of the team who's claimed it was four, and then the Nepal bench were saying no, straight into the rope. Six.
तोरे चोरी कॉपी अमर
Last ball, right? Maybe that's it. We're going off the last ball instead of 6. I tell you, I know what Nepal's social media will be doing. Zooming in and replay it saying, why was that? I don't even blame the umpire because the umpire really has to take the word of whoever's out there. He's got no chance, 70 metres away. We've got even less chance. We're on 50 metres away. Just looks like he won the cannon straight into the rope. Given his 4 though, not a 6. His pen will come on to strike. He'll get off the mark with a nicely driven single.
We actually have a cushion of a replay, but the umpires, they don't have that. They have to decide, they have to give the decision in the center.
Yeah, and just a reminder that the reason for that is that it's consistent across all of the pathway events. So it's not as though, say, the Americas final had the extra coverage, extra camera, every single event, whether it's the sub-regional qualifiers, whether it's the World Cup Challenge League in the 50-over format, whether it's a women's sub-regional or time. Should easily get a couple here. It's a slightly shorter side today, and that consistency then has to be applied across the board. So obviously no DRS because additional 10 more cameras that we're working with here. Also no line decisions. Sometimes you get slightly enhanced broadcasts, you get stoppings, run-outs, and boundary checks and fair catch checks and block. When we go to wider. I know we sometimes get some questions as to why not consistency across the that's the way it is now. There are 4 years into this style of coverage. You need to go back 5, 6, 7 years where you might struggle to get a scorecard for some of these games, some hundreds and hundreds of matches. Live and free on ICC TV, great to hear. With you for the 9 of the moment, 65.
सही खोजौँ शुद्ध रोजौँ मुटु चाहिन्छ मुटु नेपालमा सर्वाधिक चाहिने बचाउँछ सबको प्रिय हिरो छ भाग्यले जहिले साथ दिएन या नदिएन तर यी सेवालाई केयरले दिनेछ
Three overs. I think it was 2 for Eden, 1 from Cindy. Both went for 11. Shake it just shy of Jose, who's fielding is a different stratosphere to where it was when his career started. He's told just how hard we work in the gym. He's always in good hands, but his movement now is significantly enhanced even on the tail of the stop. That death bowling, do you see a disparity in the quality between the two sides? It's always been a bit of a problem for Nepal.
It has been after they started pulling in the net. One end has been solved, but not from the other end. Clarification team
भगाएको
and then number Gavin was mixing his pace. Leg side, and then what do you think of the second here? Interesting that Sheikh didn't want it, possibly just showing a little bit of fatigue, Paresh. Because that was the perfect kind of weight to the stroke to get back for the second at a good angle to go with. The credit to Druk Parashar running very ably. But there was two there. Real field pressure. You're on this moment. Tell what
Oh, that I did.
37 degrees. Is that the humidity again? It's spiking up.
Oh, man. Definitely.
87%. Temperature 31, but real feel up 37. It will ease off as you get towards the second innings. Would that have been the smallest of factors when Road Pedal decided to bat first? It might be.
Yes, target.
And the players and the openers, they have justified the decision.
एक ही विकेट गया उसके बाद हाँ 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 zero कर ले नेपाल
It'll be a chase all the way down to the rope in vain for Rohit. That's just a nice little tickle around the corner. It's something that Rohit Powell maybe does better than anyone in the associate game. He uses the pace from the spinners on the offside and on the leg. It's all about deflections and contortions. Very, very clever. And 4 more runs to the total.
The man comes rings slightly out of the bat and he works with his top hand. Either side of the wicket, slow, the leg cuts steady pace.
Yeah, this time it's hit better, so there's no chance of It's been a fascinating 10 overs. Every single associate El Clasico always has its ebbs and its flows. And its moments for both sides. I think maybe NEPAL just fractionally the happier of the two teams because they have 9 wickets in hand. They also look like they want to get that run rate moving more swiftly in the second innings. We'll have a much needed break here in the commentary box. The players need the drinks even more than us. Score 10 overs NEPAL 73 for 1. Don't play you're too far. Back in 5 minutes.
Energy Honey Red Bull.
MIT, an internationally recognized degree, Bagbazar, Kathmandu. कार्पेट को शहंशाह
और चीज बस हैन टु बिहान चीज बात गरे होला पेशा होइन
World Cup qualifier. Nepal Vishwa Cup Yatra. Extra long range basmati rice. Bajaj Pulsar. And Gazam Laksha Ali Energy Aid.
देखाइ छ उतै
Red Bull. सही खोजौ शुद्ध रोजौ मुटु चाहिन्छ मुटु
तो वो कैसे और कैमरा गर्नु
भाग्यले जति साथ दिएन या नदिएन
सट्या देखिन्छ
सेवालाई के
ब्रेकिंग टाइम हम लोग
हमको मालूम है ब्रेकिंग मार
Ultima Products.
टिकटॉक उठावे तो
पद्धति को
कट तो कम रुकने तावे तो ये कम ये पता ये कारण लेकिन अलग चला हाँ बाप तब क्या करना
ये जो बड़ी खान देखी कुछ और कर में ये नहीं कर बोली ना सारे तेरे वो नहीं थे अब हम किसी को की हमारे जान लगी तो भी उसका बुला रहे थे पत्ते काट इतना मन चली
भैया ब्रेक
कर मार दे लाइट नहीं है
गोया हम अमन जोन में
Tell you something, I'm so impressed with like Japan. Target different position now. In essence, 2 losses in the Super 6. Inside edge. Unfortunately for us, Sheikh there, that could have gone anywhere. So don't rule out Samoa, but I think if there was one to upset the apple cart, it would be the winner of tonight's contest. The 3 highest ranked sides are the 3 favourites because they carry 2 points. Inside edge. Just have a defensive 3% those 3 teams.
not the specialist
Teams with high ranking rather than the 3 teams with low ranking. On the leg side, but I'm going more down the as you shake the last shot on the inside edge. I think there's a fatigue factor. I know he's been trying to absolutely very fit young man like so many in this Nepal squad, but he's trying to get his feet moving. And just when you're in this humidity, it's like your legs are sort of stuck in jelly almost. I finally got back on the treadmill after seeing a few photos of myself in that shirt the other night. So when I like legs in jelly, I promise you that. And that was in the air conditioning. So yeah, Sheikh just going through a difficult patch here. This game is hanging in the balance, isn't it? Nepal aren't by any stretch in a comfortable enough position at the end of the 11:79 for one that they would feel as though they're ahead of the game. They'd be pleased with what they've done thus far, but the last 9 overs are critical.
They are. Halik, Nirmal Kutarkan. United Cements. Nepal ma सर्वाधिक चाहिए बचाव चाव. Ketchup को पिरो. Football नीरो छा.
पंचकन्या बाथवेयर लग्जरी ग्रेड अफोर्डेबल
जंतु लिखे था
Big 2 overs these. Hit 2 well, so will only be the single. Again, Paolo's pushing for the second. Sheikh is just starting to show signs of fatigue, understandably. You have to assess the match, don't you? You have to recognise you have 9 wickets in hand.
And talking about the fatigue, it's very, very warm out there. Driving effort there by the fielder at backward point.
सिंगल डबल खेले थे मारते हो काहे के बन जोते विकेट बात दान में लागे थे विकेट बात दान में लागे थे
Even if you talk about matchups, the left-hander batsman comes way into the gap. They're running hard, but it's not going to be the second run. Talking about the off-spinners bowling to left-handers, Kushal Malla White fancies chances against the off-spinner as well.
Yeah, I think sacrificial lamb is the incorrect term, but license to explode. Say, look, he get caught up on it, so he's still Malahaz is an X factor. 12 have been bowled, 83 for 1. That's why I thought his returns this squad was so important. Just the 3 off the overhead rally he used to be. 4 off is really impressive. I would probably revving Mount.
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी एक एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल स्वदेश तथा विदेशमा हासिल गर्ने शिक्षाको सम्पूर्ण खर्चको जिम्मेवारी लिन्छ आइएमई लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्सले
आइएमई लाइफ बाल किरण जीवन बीमा योजना
नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको हरको नेपाल टप सब ठिकठाक
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनु होला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह
Pads on. Just the swim fielders. Yellow vests on. In the sun. Throw Evans for that skip shot doesn't get any further. He's got 13 off 13. The runs are drying up here. UAE will be quite satisfied with the last 3 or 4 overs.
Yeah, the last over, just 4 runs coming off Haider Ali's ball. Over, that was the 12th over. It's Ali who's bowling his third. A touch expensive, but first ball of this over is a dot ball. Rohit bowler trying a ramp shot, but wasn't able to do so.
Yeah, thanks to our team for finding that. It's just Kushal Patel in there. It might be some injury on his leg. He's pole without the pads on. So that might indicate that those inside the dressing room will probably be Mala and Ja with the pads on. And yeah, you can see Kushal Patel just talking there to Gainendra Mala. Can't quite make out who's behind the pole. Is it something Jura?
Might be, is it? I think it's something to that, but he hasn't has his pads on.
Well, he's not going to be in next then, is he? Number 4. So, yeah, slightly concerning period of play for Nepal. Probably. Of course, Nick Pothas is here alongside Stuart Hall, the head coach. He's done such a good job since coming in. Runs have really dried up here. The last 5 overs gone for 8, 6, 4, and then this one's going to go. Just one more picture right now. Really, the big overs have dried up.
Rohit Paudel has to take calculated risks now. I overheard Nick saying to Kushal Malla, today is the day, today is your day.
Today is his day. He's often one who comes in for a little criticism from the Nepal fans because he has an occasional glove to blow scores. This was chipped in the air. Finding any fluency was Fields athletically. The direct hit though was going to allow a second. Skipper probably should have held on to that. It's a very flamboyant piece of fielding and marvellous, he says. Yes, sorry. Probably just as well it wasn't Junaid Siddiq, the bowler.
Just chipped in front towards Milan.
The reaction as well.
Between the wickets, these two.
Great awareness, yeah. Much of the reaction. Was he threw and said, oh no, what have I done? I think even the captain is relieved that Junaid Siddiq wasn't bowling there because he would have got a spray from his big ass bowler. You saw there as well the square leg umpire because of the sun, which is so low. He's actually at point. Makes a lot of sense for Rashid Riaz. Nepal just happy to nudge it around. They will get the second this time. Throw goes to the non-striker's end. A little bit of frustration from UAE in the field and a few hands on hips out there. Neither side is ahead of the game here. These are very nervy moments, nervy exchanges in this big Associate El Clasico clash.
the strike rate of Asif Sheikh is just dropping a bit. Good running between the wickets. Very fit guys, these players. You can see the other saying I really Asif.
ऐसे नहीं अनौआ वाला हमको तो दाम नहीं दिखाई दे देखी दिखाई थे ना
रे अपरो अधिक कर
लाभ नहीं निकल जो करोगे
Perfectly placed. So even if the boundaries aren't coming, at least there's some good intent in between the wickets, and they've managed to find a way to get 8 off that over. 7 overs remain here in Muscat. It's 91 for 1.
सही खोजो शुद्ध खोजो
के देखाइ दिन्छ
तोहर में दिखाई तो हम लोग में सूर्य तक
मस्त देखाइ छ अखन रुक रुक दांत दे बगल के रोगल का कैमरा कते चेची दांत दे वाला
लो आप देख भाई कभी में
आयो त देख
Or if they give you a number, it could be.
bueno
They're actually coming to the attack for the first time. Just made out breaks, but has the ability to kind of take
यार ये तो चलाउ छ भाई को दो भाई को
अपन मोबाइल नहीं थोड़े में चले अंदर
very impressive. Again, another one of that incredible Emirati development system. Andy Russell and all the team in UAE cricket have done a phenomenal job through all 7 of the Emirates. Slashed away behind square and the offside, should get a couple again. It's not just the ILT20, but the development league that sits underneath that. We've seen Jonathan Figgy, who's forced his way back in through that at 450s consecutively in that competition. They have the world-class facilities. Okay, in the summer it's probably too hot, but in the winter they've got the most perfect cricketing climate. And yeah, in many ways, they have so many things going for them. Sometimes they underperform. You could argue they shouldn't be bottom of the table in Cricket World Cup League 2, for example. Good diving stop there for caution. Keeps it to a dot. There's no doubt the production line of local talent born and bred in the UAE in the last 5 or 6 years has been really impressive.
The facilities in the UAE are very, very good. Just they released the ball in that occasion by Farashan and talk about facilities. There's Sharjah Cricket Stadium, the ICC Cricket Academy, Dubai Sports City Stadium, even Abu Dhabi. We have plenty of cricket grounds there. The sevens as well. Just a little bit out. You've got to go quite a bit inland from the sort of fancy sites of Marina, Business Bay and the like. Probably 40 minutes into the desert. Phenomenal facilities out there. Plenty of English counties going across themselves for pre-season. But Ajman, there's a really good cricket ground being developed.
यो किनले कन्ने 2000 में तो तोर वतिया ना था
There's pressure building up in a big way on Asif Sheikh. He's at a low in his innings. He can't get it away. He's got to get on with it or get out here. There are the 2 options for Asif Sheikh.
He has still 9 wickets remain. This is the 14th.
नेपाली वाला लाइव चलान रे बुझ पकड़ तो तोर में नेपाल को गया
He's on 44 or 40.
ना ना आप कुछ चलो आप नहीं मतलब
Tries the big shots and just is going to get the nearly full maximum reward, but a sensational stop. Basil Hamid might have done himself a nuisance. He's definitely saved 6. He saves 4 runs in total, but he looks in real agony. Concerning scenes. I just wonder, is he going to be okay? He immediately went down. The doctor is sprinting across the outfield. He immediately went down. The doctor is sprinting across the outfield. A heroic effort from him. Looked like it was 6 all the way, didn't it? And what a stop this is. Sensational. And let's just hope he hasn't done himself such a nuisance. He looks in Paresh. Really concerning scenes. He's in the best possible hands of Dr. Manish, the long-standing team doctor for the UAE. But I just would. The reaction was a dislocated shoulder. That was my initial instinct. Trying to get a bit of movement into it. Let's hope it's only jarred. They can be the same feeling. A jarred shoulder you can recover from immediately. A dislocated one, you're in real trouble. What a stop.
It was definitely good effort by Hamid.
तोरे मोबाइल क्या था
Johnny, energy in. Energy भनेकै Red Bull. भाग्यले जहिले साथ देला या नदेला तर इसेवा लाइफ केयरले दिनेछ
पंचकन्या pathway. Luxury made affordable.
किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनु होला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह.
As well, concerning scenes for the UAE, remember, that was not a head injury, so he would not be allowed a concussion replacement. There is potential unless Hamid can recover that. Oh, good to see him up. That's great news. It's actually his right shoulder, so it might have been the landing. Swing and a miss as Mohammed Rohid comes into the attack. Let's hope he can bat. Let's hope, more importantly, he's okay. And at least he's up on his feet. I think it's the left hand he stopped it with, but then he's landed heavily on the right shoulder.
Look at the replay here. Excellent stop. And yes, the shoulder was given away. The whole body weight went down on his right shoulder.
You'd be concerned with the way he's holding that arm, if that makes sense. It looks a nasty injury. Road Powdle straight to long on, finds the man. And a disappointing innings for the skipper, could never really quite get going. He's going to have to go for 20. Easiest of catches held by the subfielder who's just come on, Mohammed Farouk. Powdle's got to go. Nepal maybe just in a spot of bother, can't get the run rate moving the way they would like. UAE fighting back. Rohit strikes.
It was a short ball. He gave himself room, but straight to long on. More important had to go because they are not scoring runs. The boundary was drying up. He had to again gets out on 20s. 19 ball, just a 4 in this innings. Just a single 4 for him.
नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो बाइक नेपाल टप सब ठिकठाक लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी एनर्जी भनेकै रेड बुल
साउजी
नयाँ चीज बल साखा छ चाख्ने हैन
यो चीज बोले डुबेम चीज बोले न साउजी
This one take it to be exercise
can't wait to wait. Something's dark fantasy. They continue at this rate. They're only going to end up with 130 or 140, which they'll need to bowl and field exceptionally well to defend. Big final 5 overs after this one coming up. Can Mala make an impact in the tournament for the first time?
Identifying Kushal Malla in his own strike. Rohit pulls a short ball into the body.
Great comeback from Rohit because he was, well, treated with a bit of disdain. The only benefit for the Nepal side, I know Junaid Siddiq has plenty of overs left, but he's got 2, so he'll probably bowl 18 and 20. Rohit will be bowled out after this over, so there will be maybe 3 overs to target from the final 5. Mala gets off the mark, just punches that one down the ground. What will the discussion have been from Stuart Law, Nick Pothas, Skynendra Mala to Kushal Mala, the youngster? They have said to him, going out there, play with complete freedom, look for the boundaries from the off.
That is what the case should have been. The 3 support staff, the head coach, the batting consultant, and the assistant coach, Ganendra Malla, they must have given freedom to Kushal Malla to go and hit the ball.
Big appeal. Has this pitched in line is the question, and I think no is the answer. Asif Sheikh's lull continues. Let's get another look here. Pitch way outside the leg stump. It's going to smash into middle. Doesn't matter a bit.
This is excellent bowling by Mohammad Rohit. Got a wicket of Bodel, the captain of Nepal now. Bowling dot balls, only a single run coming up this over, the 15th.
His first 2 overs went for 20. Incredible to think of the comeback since then. Shows how much T20 can change. Great skills from the left armour. He's going to finish with the superb figures of 1 for 28. I think the UAE are on top with 5 to go. Nepal need to change something. Despite having 8 wickets in hand, the men from the Himalayas are in a spot of bother. It is 97 for 2.
हरेक निर्माण को धड़कन यूनाइटेड सीमेंट्स नेपालमा सर्वाधिक चाहिएको चाउचाउ कच्चपको पिरो फोकबाल पिरो छ एशियन पेन्ट्स अल्टिमा प्रोटेक्ट शाइन यसमा भएको यूवी हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्ष सुरक्षा घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइन शाइनदार घर वर्षौं वर्ष
मम्मीले त्यस्तरी भने होइन अरू चिजमा छैन 2 PM चिजमा मात्र ल्याउला पेशा
They're in a spot of bother. The Rhinos not able to capitalise upon that excellent opening partnership, Paresh.
Yeah, it all started in the middle overs, where because of the heat, we think that Asif Sheikh was a bit down, but they were taking 2 runs, Rohit Bodel and Asif Sheikh.
Yeah, and there's many ways to there's many ways to skin a cat, isn't there, in terms of you can do it in multiple manners. 8 or 9 runs per over, you don't need to get 4s and 6s if you're well between the wickets. Kushal Mallet may well take on the spinner. But as a consequence, Parasher just darts it in, happy to keep him to a single. 10 and over from here would get them to in and around 150. It's probably what they need, Paresh.
Need minimum of 150 just to have a game out of it, because you very well know how Wasim scores runs.
Cut away. This is a nice looking shot, and it should be good enough to get 50 for Asif Sheikh. He gets to the landmark. Good piece of footwork in the deep, keeps it just 2. It's come off 45 deliveries. He's played elegantly as always. Remember, he was the one who made the not out 50 in the semi-final between these two sides 2 years ago. No real acknowledgement to the landmark, but it is a 14th, excuse me, a 9th T20 I-50 to go alongside 13 ODI 50s. His highest score in his career, 68. He'll want to go past that today. Needs to get on with it, doesn't he?
That is why he's giving himself from trying to play over extra cover over Wasim's head.
And quietly, Mohammad Wasim is captain this innings beautifully. He's putting on a bit of a masterclass, a clinic in how to captain when not taking wickets but restrict the opposition and put them under pressure. Something's got to give here between the two sides. Clever bowling again. Not an ounce of flight for Kushal Mallet to work over his favourite zone of long on.
Bowling it outside the off stump, a bit flat and not giving the air. Not bowling it in the zone of Kushal Mallet that he can hit across the line.
Have to remember they've got a red hot Gulshan Jah chomping at the bit to get out there. Big appeal and no need for it because it's cannon into middle stump. Asif Sheikh could just never quite get going. It is that little carom ball, I think, maybe drilled in the surface a touch. He did get 50, a 9th T20 International 50, goes past 1500 T20I runs. In the process, he's played nicely, but surely it's got to be Kushal Mallet to the crease now. Very good bowling.
Just missed the ball completely. I think it hit the back thigh and went into rattle the stumps.
Yeah, I think that's why he was appealing. He thought that it might have been Plum LBW, which it would have been, but you don't need to appeal for the LBW when it flicks the pad. So the end of Ashif Sheikh's innings, he gets a warm applause from his teammates going off.
नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टप सब ठिकठाक लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी एनर्जी भनेकै रेड बल
Asian Paints Ultimate Protect Shine. यसमा रहेको UV hybrid technology ले पानी धुलोबाट वर्षौं शानदार वर्षौं
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी एनर्जी भनेकै बल
पुस्तालाई जिन्दगीलाई अर्डिनेरीबाट एक्स्ट्राअर्डिनेरी बनाउने सधैँ KFC.
Fifth ever international cricketer to hit 6 consecutive sixes in the same over. Here against Qatar last year in the ICC Premier. It's going to be all about whether he can get going quickly. Big over this one. Hyder Ali to Kushal Malla. Malla's got to go downtown. He's got to go big. And Nepal have got to get themselves into this contest. Really good knowledge. It's cut away though. He goes very close to the rope. Another good diving stop. Just quietly, UAE's fielding's been impressive. That's 2 more runs saved.
From the start, they've been feeling very good. UAE fielders, again, bowling outside the line of off stump, not giving air, not bowling in that zone where Kushal Malla can just step on one knee and play across the line. That is his favorite shot, down to mid-wicket or long on.
Speared in down the leg side, that's going to help. Take every run they can get now. 3 freebies, turn it into 4, it'll be 3 wides. Mala's got to take a risk here. He's got to find a way to pump him downtown.
Drifting his line, he was trying to bowl a block hole, Hyder Ali, but going towards the leg stump. Freebies for Nepal.
Nepal fans are chanting and making as much noise as they can and get their team going. They know they're behind the 8 ball. Just a single again. Good bowling from Ali. They've given no flights at all to Malla. They know their opponents here, the UAE.
Still 7 wickets remaining for Nepal. Gulshan Shah yet to come. Sudeep Sura yet to come. Played that fantastic innings against West Indies in Sharjah. Good little crowd building up all of a sudden. Managed to find a way in. Been a few bits of pleading with the bosses. Please, boss, I need to leave. Zaire goes through the offside, just a single. Those singles at the moment not really hurting the UAE. This has to be the matchup, doesn't it? Even if Mala's going to need to dance down the track, he's got to find a way to show that power that he possesses. Hyder Ali is not giving that air to the ball so that Malla coming down the track is not a possibility. Just staying there.
Well bowled this time into the block hole, so not able to get underneath it or find the elevation that he would like. Every over without a boundary for the UAE at this late stage is a win for them.
8 runs coming up first balls of this over. They have to make it count. The remaining 2 balls, Dipender Singh Airi and Kushal Malla.
Now Airi looks for the big one, but it's straight to Mohammad Wasim and Hyder Ali. Well, he is pumped up in a big way. Big celebration. Nothing from his teammates. He was giving it the big one, leaping into the air like David Warner. And the catch taken with a minimum of fuss. Airi's 6 hitting exploits at this venue aren't on show today. The majority of the second half of this innings has belonged to the men from UAE. They've been excellent.
Didn't get a good piece of it, got the inner part of the bat. Simplest of catches for Wasim. Take that kind of a catch with eyes closed.
Harry's got to go for one. It's 111 for four.
नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ टप सब्जेक्ट लक्ष्य अनि एनर्जी भनेकै रेड बल
Heh, मैं चीज बोल सकती हूँ क्या चीज बोल सकती
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको कार्पेटको शहंशाह
You face up to Hyder Ali. Hitting great figures. We called Hyder Ali out as one to watch. He's a real find for the UAE. He's helped put the Emiratis on top. 1-1-1 for four.
सही खोजौं शुद्ध रोजौं मुटु चाहिन्छ मुटु
नेपालमा सर्वाधिक चाहिएको चाउचाउ कच्चपको पिरो फुटबल पिरो छ Can't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. MIT, an internationally recognized degree. Bagh Bazaar, Kathmandu. Prime billetबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल
Gigantic final 3 overs in the context of Nepal's campaign, in the context of UAE's campaign, and both sides' hopes of going back to the T20 World Cup. It'll be Junaid Siddique with all his death bowling quality to bowl 18 and 20. And he beats Kushal Malla outside the off stump. UAE's last 7 overs have been exceptional. Nepal have been found wanting.
Kushal Malla beaten outside the off stump ball just moving away from the left-hander after pitching. How often do we see that a wicket falling at the score of Nelson?
Yeah, often David Shepherd was the one. Former English umpire. We lost another legend of the game, the keeper, quite recently. Always superstitious. Mala chips that one down the ground. Now, Jah has a phenomenal record this tournament and a great record against the UAE. Maybe most famously that game on March 16th back in 2023 that you and I and anyone connected to associate cricket will probably never forget. He hit 20 off.
Shamala not getting the ball. Very good connection.
John chips it down the ground. Hit it pretty well. He may have it well enough to get to the rope. Yes, that has hit into the rope, and it's another injury. It looks like landing on the rope, getting himself into a spot of bother. And Gulshan Jah is at it again.
You know, fielder was inside the scene. That's why it resulted in the boundary. Good effort by the fielder there, but I think his rubbish tummy.
I think it's the shoulder again, and it's Alishan Sharafu. More concerned for UAE, and again, Dr. Manish is having a hair across the track. He's dived full length. What's happened there is he's landed with his right shoulder on top of the rope. That one's just going to be a bruise, limited to jarring. Some kind of dislocation. We'll have a second subfielder on. No doubt about that.
Excellent effort by Sharaf. He gets his right shoulder on top of the rope and bangs it. So that is okay. The umpire just sending out the medical staff.
The player for Nepal is trying to find their voice. There's actually lovely interaction between Rohit and Hussein, who are, yes, rival captains, but very good friends off the field. A huge amount of respect for each other. Two great leaders, two of the finest associate captains you'd have to say. And Al-Hussein looked up to the ascent to the grandstand here and said, "No 12th player today for the Poets," because they hadn't come in yet. And he goes, "Oh, I think there'll be a few along later." He goes, "Maybe not as many as the other day." Understandably, again, of course, because of the fact it's the first day of the working week, but this is the first time they've really found their voice, because one of their real favourites, he's an absolute fan favourite. He's got his first boundary. What can he do with the 15 deliveries? Can he get this Nepal innings moving? Carted away into the offside. He's at it again. No idea how he's got that all the way for 6. He's picked the slower ball and stood there and simply devastated it over the offside. Outstanding batting.
Bottom hand coming into play. Sliced it over the infield on the offside.
How's he got that for 6?
Is because of the bottom hand coming into play.
Extraordinary shot.
If you remember, he hit 1-6 against West Indies.
Yeah, similar, wasn't it? It's a good shout. Look, a bit of pressure now on Sadiq. Pressure on UAE maybe for the first time. Goes for the offside again. It's a good piece of it again. Gets 4 more. Shades. Love that over against Mohammed Hussein. Back at the TU. And it's got the Nepal fans dancing up in the crowd. They have just won a player they love more than anyone right now. It's the young Gulshan Jah.
Himself through the play. Into the gap, replacement with an excellent team by Gulshan Jah. 3 boundaries on a run, 4, 6 and a 4.
In 20 off 5 did he against Kuwait that completely changed the game. He's got 14 off 4. It's the hardest start in the modern game. Coming to the crease, Tim David does it so brilliantly for Australia. Every single franchise, every single international team wants a player who can score immediately. Jazz doing it yet again for Nepal here. Toss. It's the leg side, could be taken. Is Sadiq strikes back. Big moment in the game. Gulshan Jazz asking for a no ball. We're asking for something maybe just happened after the dismissal. Whether there was a word or some contact between the two. Jazz not happy. It was short and it's sweet and he's gone now.
Catch by the fielder, mid-wicket, sliding to his front. Sent off by the fielder as well.
Just wonder what's happening here. I don't know if we have the replay of after the ball. Junaid Sadiq has now been given a real talking to by Rashid Riaz. Whether it was a word or whether there was some contact, I don't know. He's only lasted 5 balls, but he's had an impact with that 4-6-4 burst, much more like what Nepal needed. But Junaid Sadiq has the last laugh. Jazz gone for 14, 26 for 5.
Red Bull.
बॉलिंग टाइम में किसान में देख लो प्रोजेक्ट मोबाइल है ना और बाप कहते हैं कजन में फोन कर ले तो किस साथ में बैठ के ले सब चल सा नहीं बोलो बिले सूरज जोरा यो मारे से नहीं किया यो हम मारे से नहीं किया 1 किलो तक तो मार करते से
क्या ओवर बाकी है
क्या ओवर एक के बाद एक ही ओवर
ये लोग नहीं कर
आउट
बस लोड बोले
ये जरूर क्या देखिए रोक लो देख ली
अपने लोग देख खेल वास्ते संग है हम अपने नीचे
पागल कैप्टन से कैप्टन हम के लिए
गुलशन जहाँ ढाल निकाल रहा
गुलशन धारा तो ठीक जाती 2 ओवर तो मैं देती 20-25 एक आदमी
मुखरो ना करी मारे ओना
नहीं हेते नहीं अथी देखाबे लगे सब्सक्राइबर लोग कते करे छै ने तो लोग बुझ जाते रहे मोबाइल हटा ऊपर कर ना
हम झाल हो रहा है संदीप नाम अच्छा नहीं कर सकती बोली कि क्या बैटिंग
रोज का मेरे चिप कठिन नहीं चाहिए सीधा करना नहीं
अरे संदीप नाम अच्छा बैटिंग ना है
लास्ट 10 विकेट में रहते हैं तब ये करण कैसे खेले करण कैसे मारी जेतो तो हारबे करते
के जो है
रोज जरा दुईटा क्या तो चलो देखिए
बुझ
ए उठल कनेक्ट नहीं मिलो हल्को हल्के भी देखिए बुझ ले कजन 121 मारते
कते मार लो
121
ओवर उड़ा ला
ना 8 बॉल बाकी 8 रन डालते तो 40 देर तक टारगेट देखो
छक्का तो मार क्रिस के
फुल टॉस बॉल के गो चोट गो फुल टॉस बॉल के और फुल टॉस बॉल के रोक से करो कवर ड्राइव
ये गए नहीं
से तो जाएंगे टाइप खेल के आज जाते समझ सब लेकिन हेलो गाइस हेलो नहीं लिखी रहा है तो रोकै छै
क्या बोल रहा
6 बॉल और में 10 रन मार नहीं सकते बस बात नहीं लास्ट ओवर चौकों को आना देना तो इंडिया का दान अब चलिए तो 10 ओवर से मैच जीता है तो मैं जो मारे थे वो
उसे किल्ला
लाइन को कौन तो आती थी ना
The block hole, and given it's an inside edge taken by Chopra, who I don't think he was
नहीं लग ले
the inside edge because he tried to affect the stumping. Well, there's been a bit of carry on now. We did see the decision given out. Kami is staying there for the moment, and now Rashid Riaz is saying not out because of a combination of whether it's the keeper himself or maybe the square leg umpire possibly saying that the catch wasn't held. I think the end result is going to
लाइन करी ते अपन करना हॉटस्पॉट खोल दिए
देना 5টা 5 6 7
5টা 5 6 7
जल्दी कर रही है
तो भेज देगा तो बजाओ
जल्दी दी कोई नहीं जल्दी हमारे दो रहा देती
साइड वन में 5 रन मारा सकता नेपाल के 2 सेट टारगेट गिरा देते एक टाइम चेस करने से 2 सेट टारगेट 200 से ऊपर चल गए नेपाल हार गए
छक्का को बुझिले को
कते ऊपर चले गए 2 बॉल
मेरे छक्का में
40 40 का पाया 140 10 भी घर जो नहीं है
कौन जा रही से
कता चुका जावे 2 बॉल 2 बॉल 40 10 रन हम क्वालिटी लाइन के लिए
मारे रहती तो मैं 2 छक्का उठा रहे
गुलशन भारत हो हाफ सेंचुरी से गुलशन अभिषेक शर्मा कहना की थे हम ये वो हमरा रोक के खेलो नहीं थे या तो फोर या फाइव
ये ले एक बॉल रन
ये वीडियो ये दिखा रहा है आईफोन पे वीडियो दिखा रहा है वीडियो खेल के मार रहा है तब वो एड नहीं देती थी
वर्ड देता है
ना
क्या बोल रहे हैं
हम लोग ओवर खत्म है ले भाई बंद करो